we are freaking at the Freaker's Ball right here on RealLibertyMedia.com. Ooh, I got to adjust that down. That's a little bit high, a little bit on the high side there on my recorder. Anyway, folks, welcome to the Freaker's Ball this Friday night, October 20, 2017. And we're glad to have you all here with us. Yes, indeed. I'm on a new machine here, so I might have some audio adjustments or something like that I might need to make along the way, but everything looks good. Everything seems proper at this point in time from what I could tell. So anyway, howdy and welcome to the folks that are out there in the various places you may be at on freedomsnetwork.com. All you freedoms freaks over there. Glad to have you with us. My Twitter freaks that tune in. The people from minds.com that tune in. Yes, indeed, all freaks everywhere, but over there also in the corner pocket on the irc.crashandrun.net. Welcome to you folks that may be around over there. Glad to have you with us, and of course, mostly and most importantly, the folks right here. Sorry, I got distracted for a second. The folks right here in Real Liberty Media Chat on irc.freedom.net, which you can get to from the show page or from many other places. There's other places to jump on into the chat using your own IRC client or whatever. However it is, 1-800-Moosegurl. I think that's supposed to be a 900 number. 1-900-Moosegurl. Anyway, not sure where Moosegurl is. She was here shortly ago. She should be calling in, but I have not seen her call in or heard her call in yet. Anyway, howdy to all the folks that are here tonight. Cowboy Tech and Moosegurl and myself, of course, Mr. Asmo and BTC Bob and Cal Sedoni. Chloe's, yes, there's a couple of them. Miss Gramsey, thank you for your program earlier, very nice. Don C is with us, and Java Doctor, and JJ's. Hey, you JJ's, wake up, it's the middle of the night, get up. Wanataco and Meester Brow and Rain and the Fluke Bot just hanging out down there. Rob Works, passing the bubbler. Trust No One is with us this evening. And Anti-Hen here early, here on time. Cool. And Benoit from out there. What the hell how did that get changed to line in? Maybe that's right. I don't know. Can you hear me, Moose?
Yep.
Okay, good. Yeah, where are we at here? Benoit, Circle, she's probably asleep. Colfax and Dema and Frump E. Kozu and Moe and Mr. Paxified himself. Sock Puppet and his counterpart Pone Sauce, Slim, Jim Flim, who's apparently too busy to tune in, although he's chatting it up in the chat, and Teddy, howdy Teddy, and Theodore, Teddy and Theodore. I think they're related.
I think so.
Anyway, and everybody else. There's Chloe. So how are you doing?
Made it through the week, man.
Made it through the week. Cool.
Yeah, glad it's Friday. I mean, I'm glad the week's over with.
Me too.
Work gets annoying, and it's good to have a couple days where I don't have to go there.
Yeah, absolutely.
So, always good to be on the weekend.
And there's no, like, holiday week, Monday or nothing like that coming up.
No, unfortunately.
Oh, wow. Didn't I say Slim? Did I miss Slim? No, I said your name, especially.
He said your name, Slim Jim Flim.
I said Slim Jim Flim, but who's probably not listening because he's too busy.
Right, he did say that.
Chill out, brother.
So, you know what? I'm just looking at the calendar. Oh, wait, I'm looking at the Christmas is on a weekend here.
Okay.
So that sucks. No extra days off.
Oh. Wait, they don't give you some extra days off?
No.
Did you get, like, Christmas Eve or something?
No. Not when it's on the weekend.
Bastards.
Yeah.
What is it, a Sunday?
Sucks.
Is it Sunday?
Christmas is the 25th, right?
Generally.
And that is, well, wait, no, it's a Monday.
Oh, it's a Monday.
Yeah, so I do get an extra day off. Never mind.
Okay, good. And that way you'll get New Year's Day off too.
So I'll have one day. I'll have Monday off.
You'll get New Year's Day off too the next week. So
that's cool.
There's no playlist.
You have to request songs.
There's a request
Grim
list.
has a playlist. When you request a song, you go back. It gets archived on Grim's list. Grimnir has a list that he keeps.
And I don't go in order, you know.
No, he doesn't. He just plays what he feels like playing in the request queue.
That's right.
And then he picks and chooses out of that what to play each show. So, yep, that's what it is.
Yeah. So, anyway.
Yeah, we work all the time. Well, everyone works all the time everywhere, pretty much, unless you don't work, and then I don't know what you do with yourself or how you make money to live. But if you are able to not work, more power to you. Great. I'm happy for you. But, yeah, most people that I know have to come to work.
Benoit's a funny guy. I don't know if he knows it, but he's a funny guy.
Yeah, he is. So anyway, yeah, Lita Ford, she's a rockin' woman.
Lisa Ford. That's like if your last name was Ford.
Right. Oh, okay. Well, it isn't. So anyway, you know, I would love to not have to work, but I'd still have to do something.
Oh, absolutely. Yeah, I mean, you got to do something.
I'd have to do something. I couldn't, like, sit around.
Yeah, you have to do something.
Right. I mean, what would, you know, right now I have to work. That's fine. You know, I'm good with it because I'm doing what I have to do.
Yeah.
So, like we all are. And everyone has a different way of doing those things.
That they do.
So, you know, what works for one person might not work for everybody.
No, everybody needs to do their own thing.
Right. I mean, and this is the problem with this so-called fucking ideal of democracy. Like, majority rules. Okay, so if most of the people want it to be a certain way, that's how it's going to be. The rest of you guys that don't want it that way, too fucking bad.
Don't be starting no trouble, Frumpy.
Oh, but I don't even think democracy exists. I don't even think that we have a democracy in the United States. I think it's
they just call
oligarchy.
of course,
I know it's an oligarchy.
They just call it that to make people feel...
Right, they call it one thing, but it's really something else. See, this is one of my reasons I have a distaste for government.
One of.
Because they're lying. They lie.
About everything.
It's like, don't freaking lie to me. You know? I mean,
absolutely.
Talking last night in the chat, just statement like, someone made us how at least they're not a commie. And I made the statement, well, guess what? Oligarchy's fucking worse than communism.
No, it's fascistic totalitarianism.
People that live in a communist country, they know they're being fucking lied to. They know their government's fucking corrupt. Right. But the U.S., you get the U.S., for example, though, some people here that actually believe and trust and love the fucking believe in the government, trust the government. Right. And they're trusting liars. You know,
they demand their liars.
They think everything the government says is true. Well, if you know anything, you know that they forget.
Yeah, right.
So, okay, the one thing about Vietnam, purposely kept it
They kept what now?
Way longer than they had to. They knew in 1965 that it was unwinnable, but they kept it going because certain corporations were getting rich. They don't give a fuck about people. They didn't care how many GIs were killed or how many Vietnamese innocent people were killed. Right. They didn't care about none of that shit.
Of course not.
You know, they could have ended it. They left in 65 and said, no, it's unwinnable, blah, blah, blah. But they kept escalating it, and they kept the guys over there, and it's women that were in the medical field got sent over there. And I'm sorry, but
it was the first time for everything, Slim.
You should have fucking stopped that thing in 1965. And it pisses me off because I have relatives that were there in it. That were there after 65.
Right.
So, you know, it just pisses me off really bad.
Yeah.
Watching that documentary, it's called Vietnam. It's a movie by Ken Burns.
Right.
Very excellent documentary. They talk about both sides of it. They talk about there's a lot of details in that. You would be amazed at some of the old news footage that they show. They actually show carnage. They actually use carnage on TV in color in the 60s. They used to actually show dead bodies and stuff like that.
Yeah.
You know.
Well, good.
Which was to their detriment, really, because that just fueled people's distaste and dislike and wanting the Vietnam War to end. But
sure.
Now media learned a lesson. They don't show that crap anymore, unless they want you to. And it's most of the time it's
right.
crisis actors or something.
Right.
It's not the real deal, you know. So
anyway, they call the United States they call the United States a democracy, but it's a fascistic totalitarian government.
Yes.
And
oligarchy.
Well, it is an oligarchy, but what you said it was an oligarchy.
Yes, an oligarchy. That's that's my take on it.
But basically, it's not a government whatsoever. It's only
right.
They're only the front man for the people running the show, and they pretend like it's a government so that people won't go riot in the streets. But so they make you think, yeah, you've got to say, you got a voice, you got these rights.
Right, they make you think these things.
And none of it's true.
Right, because you don't.
You have rights as long as you stay within this narrow boundary that they set up. And
right.
You can vote on crap, but it doesn't make a difference because if it doesn't go the way they planned it, they're going to change it back to nothing's going to go different from how they wanted it to go in the first place. So you feel free to vote and put your your buy-in to the system, and you go get pissed off when a football guy kneels down during the flag waving.
Right. Which is that's the least thing you should be pissed off about.
And if every kid in some school doesn't stand up and pledge his allegiance to a bunch of colors on a piece of cloth, then that
right.
should really get you upset, because you have to go 100% and believe that what we've told you is true from point A to point Z.
Right, you got to believe, you got to buy their story, hook, line, and sinker. And a lot of people do. A lot of people just stand by the government. They're like, oh yeah,
there's a lot. There's
right.
a lot less these days than say the 50s.
Right. People are more skeptical now. There's still people. But I'm not talking about maybe hook, line, and sinker the whole thing, Grim. Like they'll denounce certain things, but not other things. You know what I mean?
Well,
my point is you can't denounce it. You have to either denounce it completely or don't. You know what I mean?
No.
There's no halfway. You can't accept some of it and denounce the other some of it. It just doesn't work.
Well, I mean, you have to realize the whole premise
one way or the other. Either you're for them or you're against them. I don't know how many times I've said this on this show.
You just have to realize the whole premise is faulty and false, and go with it that way. But you still got to live your life, and you still got to,
play the game because you got to survive.
Yeah. Up to a point.
You don't have to agree with it.
No, absolutely
and you
not.
Can be, you can speak out about it.
Yeah.
To people willing to listen. Most people don't want to fucking hear it. So.
No, they do not.
I get it. I think, like you said, Bill Graham, people are becoming less and less skeptical. But they still cling to it. They still go out there and vote. They still go out there and get their flu shot. They still go out there and get emissions. They still go out there and don't question chemtrails. I mean...
Nah, they're too busy standing in line for the next iPhone.
There. It's not progressed fast enough. Not enough people are waking up to this shit. I mean, look what this deal is. I mean, we can go on and on. But the opioid thing, who's to blame for that? Who's to blame for that? The government and pharmaceutical companies.
It's always the banksters. It always goes back to the banksters. But anyway, let's hit off some music here.
Okay, and we can keep talking.
We can talk about this. We can talk about any of 100 things.
I mean, we never run out of subject matter.
Oh, absolutely not.
Never ever run out of subject matter.
God. So how's everything look and sound on the new computer here?
It sounds great. It sounds awesome.
Great.
Yep.
Okay.
We're good to go, I think.
Yeah, no, everything seems good. All right, here we go with a little Frankenstein. Oh, yeah, that was The Devil Makes Three with aces and twos. And listening to this on the headphones here, I listened to the track earlier, but I didn't. I missed that part at the beginning where that girl is singing about worshiping Satan. Anyway, before that, we had the Blues Magoos and We Ain't Got Nothing Yet from back in 1967, kicking it off there with Edgar Winter's group doing Edgar Winter Group. Why did this guy put an S on there? Anyway, Edgar Winter Group doing Frankenstein. Ah, great stuff. Yeah, Moosegurl.
Yeah, I love that band, Devil Makes Three. They have not played at Blue Ox yet, but when I was at Bolts of Bluegrass, I met the Blue Ox owner's son, and he said, well, I actually emailed them too, and they emailed me back and said that they're the number one requested band, like one of the number one requested bands to play at Blue Ox. Yeah. So I'm thinking they're going to play there next year.
So what's the deal with that girl singing about worshiping Satan?
I have no idea, dude. I didn't even hear it. I was when I was listening. I didn't hear that.
She's singing real low at the beginning of the video. It's just.
Oh, really?
And I'm like, what did she say?
Huh.
Very odd.
I wasn't listening on the headphones, so.
All right, that's all right. That's cool.
But anyway, and then also my friend's band that I've been trying to get into Blue Ox.
Yeah.
They are definitely on the radar.
Play it back.
Play there next year. So.
All right, hang on.
Awesome.
Let me just play.
I was talking to the son's girlfriend.
Here. Just listen to the first couple of seconds here of this song.
I'm gonna listen.
Okay. It's pretty low, but you have to listen. So here, I'm just gonna play the first little bit where she's singing here.
Worship Satan.
Smoke weed and worship Satan. Smoke weed and worship Satan. All hail the dark force.
That's gonna be our first number.
Did you hear it? Moose?
Wow. That's freaky now. Okay, now I'm freaked out.
Yeah.
That's trippy. Unless she was just joking around,
well,
but that's not something I would joke around saying. Like, I would not do that. Like,
and she probably was just screwing around with the singer guy.
Probably, but wow, that's freaky.
I thought so.
Yeah. So anyway, they're a really good band, though.
Think she sing that she won't worship Satan? I don't know, Ben. It's too late. I already moved on. I already loaded up another song.
Yeah.
You'll have to go back and listen for yourself.
Yeah, just listen to the up the.
Put your headphones on and turn it up there and
right.
and don't fall for the fake ducks.
I
What?
will though.
Oh yeah, but
shit! Someone else got it. Oh
no,
man.
No, it's
okay.
It's a fake duck.
Oh, it's a fake one.
Yeah, see, it's Frumpy put it in there.
Oh.
So I said, don't fall for the fake ducks.
Nice one, Frumpy. You got me. Wow.
Trickster.
Wow.
Trickster.
Wow.
Oh, God.
Yeah, so, okay, I just want to touch on this again really quick, just because it really affected me, not really affected me badly, because I pretty much knew everything already going in, but there were some things I learned about the ins and outs about the Vietnam War, and the Vietnam War has always been, kind of a main subject for me, just because two of my uncles and my dad served during the Vietnam era, and it really pissed me off when I found out that they knew it was unwinnable and that they should get out, and that they were causing mass casualties to the Vietnam people themselves.
Right.
The Vietnam people. And they could have left it. They could have got out at 65. And they knew it was unwinnable then, but they kept amping it up and kept.
Well, they didn't want to win. They told their guys not to win. They limited them in what they could do and how they could do it, and they did not want to win that. That was winning was no. Their desire was a never-ending war. Unfortunately for them, it had to end. Which was okay.
The guy that was there, the ambassador or whatever, the United States ambassador, I forget what his name, Bailey or something.
I don't remember either.
He was a psycho dude.
Yeah.
And even the Westmoreland was a fucking psycho. He was a fucking psycho.
Sure.
And they were stupid, and he was like this old school way of fighting, and it didn't work in Vietnam. You had to use guerrilla tactics. They didn't do that right away,
Mm-hmm.
I mean, they'd battle for like a week. Hamburger Hill, you've heard of that movie, right?
Sure.
That's about one battle that took place on one hill in Vietnam. But they did that many times. And so they'd spend all the... Okay, this is what makes me think it was a military experiment. Is because they'd send these guys on these missions or these whatever, knowing it's a losing situation, knowing there's going to be mass casualties among the troops or whatever. And then they end up taking the hill, right, getting to the top. And then the U.S. government, the Army says, oh, we're abandoning this now. So then the Viet Cong would just take it right over again.
Right.
So basically the battle was for nothing.
Oh, absolutely.
It was for nothing. It was for absolutely nothing.
Yeah, there was a lot of testing of various technologies in that war.
Yes.
And that was based.
It was a testing ground. It was like an experiment to test their weapons and make DuPont rich and fucking Halliburton and whoever the hell fuck was getting rich off of it.
Right.
And it wasn't to the people the guys that got drafted and sent over there. They were like fodder. That that's what they think of you as, is their tool.
Fresh meat for the grinder.
Yeah, meat for the grinder. They don't give a fuck about you. They don't care if you come home maimed or in a body bag or fucked up in the head. They don't fucking give a shit. They just want you to go do their dirty work for them so they can get richer.
Yeah. But anyway, speaking of Satan.
I was not speaking of Satan. By the way.
Comes this article. And you thought, oh, that girl, well, there's something weird there, something odd going on this girl's thinking about.
Mm-hmm.
Pope Francis says Jesus is Satan.
Really?
Pope
Wow.
freaking Francis has been.
Oh, fucking kidding me. You're fucking kidding me, dude.
No, I am not. I would not shit you.
Okay, so
Pope Francis has been caught on the radio attempting to steer his flock away from Jesus Christ, telling listeners that Jesus turned into Satan. Accusing Jesus of debasing himself up to the point of totally annihilating himself. Pope Francis spread satanic doctrine further when he said that Jesus Christ made himself the devil, the serpent, for us. According to something I can't pronounce, Romano, the daily newspaper of the Vatican. It's the Vatican's own newspaper. The heretical statement by Pope Francis comes after he broke with centuries of Christian tradition earlier this year, telling a crowd of 33,000, that's a very Illuminati number there, 33,000 Illuminati Catholics in Rome, that a personal, direct, immediate relationship with Jesus Christ must be avoided at all costs. The Pope of the freaking Catholic Church here. Anyway,
that's wild.
I
didn't hear about this.
Having a personal relationship with Jesus is dangerous and very harmful, the Pope said during the June 25th speech, raising fears that he is a false prophet foretold in Holy Scripture and prophecy. These satanic statements are merely the latest eyebrow-raising announcements by the Jesuit Pope. In July, Francis told an Italian newspaper that the United States has a distorted view of the world, that Americans must be ruled by a world government as soon as possible for their own good.
See? Right there. That's the clicker. That's the kicker. Right there. What you just said. Did you hear that?
That's right. Americans must be ruled.
What he said there?
Americans must be ruled by a world government as soon as possible for their own good.
That's fucking scary ass shit. That's scarier than any fucking goddamn Jesus morphing into fucking Satan.
The week before, he also called for a one world government and political authority, arguing that the creation of a one world government is needed to combat major issues such as climate change.
Oh my God, are you fucking kidding me?
I wish I were. Speaking for Ecuador's El Universo newspaper, the Pope said that the United Nations doesn't have enough power and must be granted full governmental control for the good of humanity.
Where was this speech at, Grim?
Well, it's very, for the first one where it was calling Jesus Satan was done in the Vatican's newspaper. These other ones are from June and July, from interviews with other papers that he did, talking about.
But he was speaking to a crowd of 33,000. You said.
Oh right, where was that speech?
Where was that at?
Let's see, his statement telling a crowd of 33,000 in Rome.
Okay, so it was all in Italian.
I would guess so, yeah.
Right, so it wasn't like it was English.
Well, no, but plenty of people speak Italian, so.
Right. No, I get it. I'm not saying that the article is saying false. I'm just saying it was done in Italian. It wasn't in the United States that this speech was given.
No. David Rockefeller famously said that a global crisis would have to occur before the people of the world would be willing to accept a new world order. Sure enough, when the world economy suffered a dramatic crash in 2008, world leaders again proclaimed the need for a new world order with global financial control. And that's about the time Bitcoin rolled around. Anyway,
wow.
As demonstrated by Pope Francis, climate change and global warming hoax are now the global elite's preferred methods of scaremongering as they attempt to shepherd humanity closer to a unified totalitarian imprisonment.
That's not the speech. That's coming from the author, right?
Yeah. Who is the author here? Baxter Dimitri. Some guy, I don't know.
Wow. Crazy shit.
So, I thought we were promoting Bitcoin. Who's we?
Right. Who's we? You gotta be more specific. See, I'm trying to explain this to people. It's a chat room. You have to be very specific sometimes to get your point across. You can't be sarcastic and expect people to know that you're being sarcastic just by what you typed.
Absolutely.
People are not face to face with you. They can't hear your tone of voice. They can't hear the inflection in your voice. And it's a chat room. So learn how to chat in a chat room is my suggestion. Anyway,
yeah, there you have it. That's
okay, I was talking about this last night in the chat. And then we were talking about earlier. The Queen of England still rules the fucking world.
Right, yeah, we've talked about that recently here.
Her banker.
Who's her banker?
The Vatican, right?
Yeah, well, the Vatican and the Rothschilds.
Right. The Rothschilds are the banker, the Vatican, but they work in hand.
RLM ads promote Bitcoin.
The Queen and the Church, right?
Well, yeah, absolutely. The Queen and the Church and the Rothschilds.
The Queen, the Vatican, and the Rothschilds. That's who rules the fucking world.
That's right.
Okay, that's who really fucking rules the fucking world. That's who's pulling the fucking strings.
And the Queen's a reptilian.
Yes.
And I don't know what the Pope is. He's just some crazy old fucking loon. Loon.
Reptilian too.
Probably.
And you know the Rothschilds are.
The Pope is a nun?
You can just tell by looking at them.
I don't know if the Pope's a nun. I don't know.
And you guys would be surprised, okay? If you really want to know how this all got to this point, you need to go back in time and do research. And there is an obelisk in London. And if you don't know what an obelisk is, I feel bad for you.
Just think the Washington Monument.
Right, that's an obelisk. Washington Monument. There was an obelisk that was taken from Egypt, brought to London, and it's still there today. And there's a lot of Egyptian symbology with the whole Queen of England and the whole royalty thing. You guys would be surprised. Like the Queen Bee, an actual bee, is like an Egyptian symbol.
Sure.
The Queen has this bee, like a bee pin that she wears, and she got like bees embroidered into like the bottoms of her skirts and everything.
Mm-hmm.
So like this is where all the symbology comes from and everything. There is a rock that's underneath the Queen's throne that comes from Egypt that sits there, and someone stole it like a couple years ago.
Right.
But then they got it back. But the symbology is significant. You have to really go back and do your research, but it's out there.
Yeah.
The information's out there.
Doctor Who got stuck in the phone booth. The door got jammed. He can't get out.
So they have an obelisk. They decided to build an obelisk in Washington, D.C. That is a symbol of power for them, the obelisk.
Oh, absolutely.
It's like a giant phallic symbol, basically.
Yeah, it's a phallus, yeah.
It's a phallus, which means penis or dick, cock, whatever.
Male fertility.
That's what it stands for. That's what it symbolizes. We're not taught that. No, we're taught that it's a symbol of freedom.
Yeah, I don't know how this big dick-shaped thing is supposed to represent George Washington, but there you go.
They call it the Washington Monument. What is that supposed to represent? A statue of his dick? So that's what it is. It's a phallus symbol.
Yeah, a bunch of fucking Freemasons anyway.
Hey, I'm sorry, but, women have to sit there and deal with fucking pussy talk all day long, dude.
Ooh, pussy talk.
You can't fucking handle it. Don't fucking dish it out.
Pussy talk is fine, but...
That's the thing with men. They can dish it out. They can catcall women. They can objectify women. They can do whatever the fuck they want. Say whatever they fucking want about women. But if women try to do the same thing about men, oh my God. No. A woman talking about a dick. oh my God, that's such a bad thing, right? Fuck you.
Yeah. I say, pussy talk is fine. Pussy talk is fine, but when you...
We're going to do the same back to you.
I'm trying to make a comment here.
And guess what? Women do it worse than men do, but we just aren't as vocal about it. Goodness. So take that.
All right. Now listen up.
Checking you out. Like, I saw a guy driving a fucking big old Hummer today. You know what I said?
What?
Small dick.
Little dick.
That's
That's right.
Dick.
Sports cars or Hummers, they got no dick.
Yep, no dick. They got a small dick.
Anyway, as I was trying to say, as I was been trying to say here.
Sorry.
Pussy talk is fine, but if you get a talking pussy, watch out.
Yeah, that's when you gotta run. And
if it's talking, there's probably teeth in there, and
yeah, if it's talking back to you,
you gotta be careful around all that. That's a dangerous zone.
Oh my God, that's too funny. Yeah, but if you guys can't take it, don't dish it out. And I guarantee you, women are just as bad, if not worse. We just aren't vocal about it. So think about that next time you're walking down the street.
Now,
All these women are checking you out. They're looking at your ass. They're looking at your package. They're trying to they're sizing you up just like you do a woman.
That's
we
right.
just don't say it.
They want to know if you're worthy.
You know it.
Yep. They're checking out your car and your clothes and your shoes.
We just aren't vocal about it. We're not like, oh, nice ass, buddy. You know. We don't just think that you're standing by us and, you know, I think the guy next to me's got a nice ass. I don't reach out and grab the fucking thing. No, but guys think they can do that. Guys think that if they see a nice ass standing by them, they're within reachable distance, they can just grab it.
I have never
right to do that. That I'm a guy, I can grab women's asses. What? No, you cannot. That is assault. Grabbing a woman's ass, assault.
I have never done that thing. Anyway,
I'm just saying it is. I've had it happen to me more than
I'm
I
sure
care
you have.
to remember. And you know what? It's assault.
It's assault.
And if a woman really wanted to fucking be a fucking bitch, they can fucking prosecute your fucking ass grabbing their ass.
That's right.
So think about that next time you want to grab someone's ass.
Absolutely. Okay, let's play some more music and we'll come back and talk some more stories here.
All right, let's do that.
Okay, I came across this band this week. I never heard of these guys before, and I went back and looked and checked out this guy. His name is J.D. Simo, S-I-M-O. And apparently he's been around for a while, but mostly doing like studio sessions and things like that. But anyway, I dig this tune.
Cool.
So you guys get to listen in here. The track is called Shine, and it just came out 10 days ago, so pretty fairly new. Anyway, check it out. Simo with Shine.
On the world.
Oh, they are closing the doors on the world. Yes, indeed. That again is Devil Makes Three, and all hail. Oh, some interesting stuff there, my damn boys. Anyway, before that,
And girl.
Well, and the girl, yes, indeed.
Two boys and one girl.
And before that, we had the Doors with Riders on the Storm, and kicking it off there was Simo and Shine. What do you guys think of that song?
I liked it.
Great stuff, man. I tell you,
it's fresh, dude.
It's fresh, but it's got a great sound, great ass sound.
Yeah, no, very good. Yeah, very, very nice.
Yeah. So anyway, next Friday is our Halloween show. So
yes.
think about your Halloween requests for next week. And we will do a pretty much a whole thing on that next week there.
Yeah.
And get it going, get it going. So
yeah, and there's some pretty fucking good Halloween songs out there. You guys would be surprised.
Oh, there's some great stuff. Great
it's
stuff.
Awesome. Like some old stuff, some old jazz stuff, some old blues stuff. I mean, just old rock and roll stuff. Yeah, it's awesome.
I'm a little skeptical of one of these requests I'm seeing up here by you, Moose.
By me?
Yeah.
Which one?
Aerosmith, Dream On.
You don't have to play that one.
No, I'm just.
I picked one and it was a shitty video, and I'm like, shit, I can't delete it. So.
Well, you know what? I'll play a different. I'll play a different version of that, but I don't want any Boston Marathon bombing tribute.
Oh, that's why I wanted to delete it. With the
Southern.
I requested it before I watched it. I'm like, oh no, this ain't gonna work. So yes, please delete that one. Delete that out of the
with the Southern California's children's chorus choir.
Yeah.
Like, I'm not feeling it.
Yeah, no,
I'm not feeling it.
Yeah, no, don't play that one.
All right.
Yeah, I was. There's another one in there that I wanted to delete and I couldn't.
Which one was it?
I can't remember now, but I'm sure you'll see. No.
All right.
Anyway, yeah. So yeah, I'm glad you noticed that because I did not want that.
Look at that! Wait, what the hell? What the hell is this?
I know.
Oh man.
I'm like, Grim's gonna think I'm insane.
Yeah,
like, what was I thinking requesting? Yeah,
you must have been talking to Hans at the time or something.
No, I didn't watch the whole video. You know what I mean? I didn't see that it was about that before I requested it. I'm like, oh shit. I'm like, no, that's not gonna work. No, do not play that one. Yeah, no, I'm so glad you did it. I'm so glad. Yeah. Anyway, I'm just gonna talk about the story that I just found a little bit ago. On the Daily Mail. It's the Daily Mail, but they have.
Don't forget to link it in there. Don't forget to link it in.
Yeah, I won't. I'm going to do it right now because I just copied it. And this is one that when I first started broadcasting, way back in the day, the very first show that I did, when I managed to finally broadcast a show, was about the garbage
island.
Yep, garbage island, garbage cluster in the Pacific. And, the reason I talked about it is because I had just recently learned about this fucking floating island of fucking plastic.
Yeah.
Shit. And it's just like, are you fucking kidding me? I mean, they know about it, but now the hurricanes happen, right?
Right.
So if you click on, Grim, I don't know if you want to show some of these pictures.
All right, let's see what we got here.
I mean, but it's fucking nasty, dude.
Big ass pictures. All right, we'll try and show them.
It's nasty. And so what happened during the hurricanes is part of the plastic island. And I mean, we're talking, it's huge, people. It's freaking huge. It's I wanted to, I've been broadcasting for probably 10 years.
Far as the eye can...
10 years ago, I was doing a story on this, and it's only gotten bigger. This island, this plastic island. And it's choking. You mean to tell me they can't go in there and clean that fucking shit up?
Look at that shit.
Come on. Come on, people. This is disgusting. See, the hurricanes that have hit there broke up the island. So now it's all in pieces and floating ashore and getting dispersed all over the ocean now.
Look at all those utensils going to waste.
Right. It's so disgusting that I can't even tell you how much it pisses me off.
Yep. Use condoms.
This is affecting the ecosystem of the ocean. It does affect humans. Don't think that, you don't live in the ocean, so it doesn't. No, you eat things that come out of the ocean. You swim in the ocean.
The plankton in the ocean produces most of the oxygen on Earth, so.
Yes. And you need to be concerned because this plastic thing, it's thick now. It's gotten deeper. It's gotten bigger. Not just with, covering the surface of it, but it's the depth of it has gotten bigger.
Well, they just light it on fire.
It's going to the floor of the ocean. It's going to the floor of the ocean.
Yeah.
The bigger things like the fucking detergent bottles, if those get filled up, they're going to sink right down to the floor of the ocean. Right?
Yeah, oh yeah.
Any container that fills up with water is going to sink down to the bottom.
That's how it's supposed to look.
And so, think about this. Okay, let's say in 200 years, if there's still people or any other like being that comes to this planet that's doing like archaeological research, they're gonna find some stuff that's real cool, that's made of gold and silver and shit like that. And they're gonna come to this time, they're gonna see plastic. Because plastic doesn't biodegrade. They're going to think we thought plastic was like gold. Well, they replaced gold and silver with plastic. Okay. Yeah, real smart there, people.
Oh, yeah.
Real fucking smart. Plastic doesn't biodegrade, and it's choking your ecosystem. Way to fucking go, people.
Very nice, very nice.
I wonder why they don't exist on this planet any longer, right?
Yeah.
The planet's still there, just the people are not.
Right, and
they made it so the people couldn't live in the planet anymore.
Eventually, the planet will get rid of all this garbage.
Oh, yeah.
Well, after it gets rid of the people, it'll get rid of the garbage.
Right, it'll purge itself. The planet does that all the time. It's in a constant state of that. Always constantly adjusting, and you know what I mean? The people, we don't got a chance against Mother Nature. If Mother Nature's going to fucking take you out, Mother Nature will fucking take you out.
Right.
Period. It'll take you right fucking out. You are no match against it.
No.
Humans, we think we're all egotistical. We think we're like the greatest fucking species. Well, you're no match against motherfucking nature. Think again. I can beat that ice on the road.
Well,
I got a 4x4 truck. I can drive on anything. No, you cannot drive on anything. With a 4x4 truck and nice tires. Ice, you can't stop on fucking ice, and ice will make any vehicle spin out. I don't care what vehicle it is. It'll make your vehicle spin out. Period.
Yeah. Anyway, let's. I want to talk about this story to go somewhere else.
Okay.
So you've heard the terminology, I suppose, whatever phraseology, that an EMP will kill off 90% of the people within a year.
Right, I saw that. It's like, really?
Okay. And now apparently, according to them, North Korea is capable of doing exactly that.
I saw that.
Right.
Right.
So the question here is, from this article on Zero Hedge, is if North Korea can kill 90% of Americans in a year, why did the Department of Defense just defund the Congressional EMP Commission?
Yeah.
What? Why? So apparently a House hearing this week, experts warned members of Congress that a North Korean EMP attack could kill 90% of Americans within 1 year, calling it an existential threat, meaning a threat that exists. Yeah, it's a cool story. Anyway, but it says, but despite the looming crisis, the Department of Defense... Looming, meaning it's coming. The Department of Defense has decided that now was the time to just quit looking at it, quit talking about it. We don't want to know.
Yeah, we don't want.
The commission to assess. The commission to assess the threat to the United States from an EMP attack has been around for nearly 2 decades, but their efforts have been mostly restricted to making sure that the U.S. National Command Authority and U.S. Strategic Forces could continue to function. It had nothing to do with saving your ass. It had nothing to do was protecting you. No, all it was about was that the command authority, whatever the fuck that is, and the U.S. strategic forces could continue to function. That's it, beginning and end of it. Meanwhile, no major efforts were then thought necessary to protect critical national infrastructure. Who needs electricity? Who needs...
What? I live in Wisconsin. I need electricity.
Who needs any of this? Yeah. So apparently the plan was that our defense would be so effective, no further steps would be needed. Yeah, that's all changed with recent strides in nuclear weaponry by North Korea, according to them. The result of an EMP strike could be apocalyptic.
Oh,
now, here's the reason I bring this article up to you at all on this.
Okay.
You're familiar with the Georgia Guidestones, right?
Yes.
And you know what they say about the human population, right?
Yeah. Culling the population by 20% or whatever the fuck.
Well, taking the population down to 500,000 people.
Wow. Oh my God! From 7 billion?
Yeah, from 7 billion to 500,000 people.
That's murder, mass murder. That's genocide or whatever. That's even
well, right.
worse
But
than
if a simple thing like an EMP could kill off 90% of Americans in a year,
right.
and I'm sure the same thing across most of the other parts of the world.
Wow.
You know, what do you have? All you got to do is blame somebody else for it. It's a perfect false flag.
To me, it's a fucking it's a fear tactic. They want us to be afraid. They want
here's
us to
the thing. Here's the thing.
They want us to fucking become all fucking traumatic or fucking freaked out so we can be prescribed an opioid prescription and everything will be fine, but you'll be addicted to fucking drugs and be all fucked up.
But your iPhone's not going to work, so what are you going to do?
Right.
Anyway, but here's the thing. Maybe they're right. I mean, you think about all the shit going on in the world, and if you pared it down to 500,000 people on the entire planet, that's such a bad idea.
That is a bad idea.
Is it?
Yeah. Because these batches don't get to just wipe people out.
Well, it didn't. No, nothing really. Nothing really.
And make that decision. They don't have that right to make that fucking decision.
Nothing
they
says.
have capability, but they don't have the right to fucking just wipe people out.
Well, nothing says that they were the ones that are going to do it, or how it's going to be done, or who would be the ones to survive. I'm just you pointed out the garbage island and the effects of humans on the planet, and then they're talking about these kind of things, and yeah, exactly, Goober. You don't see them screwing each other for a percentage. So
it just goes to show who's in control, and that you and I are nothing but fucking cattle to them. We're like cattle to them.
Anyway, earlier this week in the chat, some people were talking about there's a few movies about it, but like a blackout in the neighborhood and people freak out and start going crazy.
Right.
Within a day or two.
People would freak out. Oh yeah.
Yeah. And
people would be killing other people.
And then I brought up that Twilight Zone episode where the aliens are up on the hill screwing with people's electricity.
Yeah.
and everybody started going after each other. Yeah. So.
Okay, so I just saw this, and this to me is stupid that they even reported this. I mean.
Okay.
Okay, for one thing, most people, like I said, unless you're one of them in their club, you don't got shit for money, and you won't. Even if you think you got a lot of money,
right?
You don't got no money compared to them,
right?
Okay, and you don't got no power compared to them.
Of course not.
So anyway, the safest house in America, supposedly, which it isn't anymore because of this story. They just fucking revealed the whole fucking deal about this fucking house.
The zombie-proof house.
This is ridiculous. It's $14.7 million. All right, in Atlanta, and it's like, you know what? This is not a story story for me and you. Because me and you
don't have
$14.7 million to buy a house.
No.
And so, but why would you, like,
Ooh.
they throw it in your face.
Nice garage.
This article is throwing it in our, I'll link it in the chat. This article is throwing this in our face, that you ain't shit compared to us. Because we can afford to buy $14.7 million homes that are specially equipped to survive disasters and attacks and blah, blah, blah. But you don't got that.
No, you got nothing like that.
You don't got $14.7 million, and if you did, you'd be one of us. And you aren't, so we know you don't got that.
Exactly.
That's how they work. That's how they are. You're being controlled by a small group of people that have most of the assets and money. They have all the assets. They have all the gold.
Well, think about it. Think about shows like your Walking Dead show. Where are all the rich people?
They're
fucking dead.
Yep, they're fucking dead. True that.
So you can build up the biggest, most expensive, well-protected house you might think you want, but
right.
If people want to get in there, they're getting in there.
They're getting in there. It don't matter how many bulletproof doors. Okay, no biggie. We'll go through the window then.
Yeah, we got explosives. We don't need your bulletproof doors.
Right.
We give a fuck about your doors.
Exactly. No, I mean it's just this. I just wanted to point out, like, the deficit between, people that make a lot of money and think they're successful and have like $500,000 homes or $1 million home, and they're really good. They're a CEO or a CFO at some company.
Right.
They're, if they have a good living, they got that home, they got a vacation home, they can go on vacations to other places. I mean, they're making a lot of fucking money, pretty much.
Oh, yeah, sure
but
they are.
They're not rich compared to this rich.
No.
No, they think that they're fucking rich.
No, but they would be in this society considered upper class, whereas which is ridiculous, of course. But the more ridiculous one is the people that think they're middle class.
Exactly.
Because they think, oh well, I make more money than the guy working at Walmart. Yeah.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Right? But you got $100,000 in credit card debt. You owe $300,000 on your mortgage. So you're in hock for $400,000.
Hawk up your ass, up your eyeballs.
These people that can buy $14.7 million homes, you don't even know what kind of world they fucking live in. You have no idea.
That's right, Ben. That's your white privilege at work there.
White privilege. Hey, I'm white, and I don't got $14.7 million.
I don't got 14.7 thousand.
No, I don't. I don't got fucking shit. I barely got $14. Come on.
Oh, that's also
after
crazy.
I pay my bills, I'll have $14 to last me 10 days so I get paid again.
But you'll find a lot of people you know personally, people you work with, people you're friends with, that believe somehow that they are middle class.
Yeah, it's like, no, I'm a poor motherfucker.
It's like there ain't no fucking middle class, and I don't care if you consider yourself middle class or upper class. You're nothing. You're nothing. You're nothing.
Yeah, you're nothing. You're nothing.
But go on, live the delusion.
Keep doing. Oh, I'm a CFO. I make $500,000 a year. I'm rich. I'm not middle class. Oh, compared to the fucking elite.
Bushwick, huh? Okay. Thanks, Santa.
You're a fucking peon, dude. Seriously, we all are.
Oh yeah.
Look at the fucking money that you make. Look at the cash money that you get. When you do get cash money, unless you always use your card. If you ever look at cash, $100 bill or dollar bill, not $100 bill, but a dollar bill. Look at that fucking pyramid.
Right.
You're at the fucking bottom. You are at the fucking bottom.
Underneath the bottom.
Yeah, you're lower than the bottom. That's how much they think about you.
Anyway, I just thought, you know, considering everything, you know, there's just too many morons on the planet, and
they have a tendency to off themselves, though, you know.
Well, I don't know. The numbers keep growing.
Yeah. I mean, I'm not. No way. No, I will not go against with any program that they fucking want. Fuck them.
Well,
I've always every time I've been here.
We don't even. Nobody even knows. Nobody even knows who put those Georgia Guidestones up there.
No, they don't.
I mean, those are
supposedly.
Well, I mean, it is on that guy's land.
No fucking aliens. I guarantee it wasn't aliens. I guarantee.
No, certainly nobody's ever even suggested that. I don't think.
Right? No, it wasn't that. That's out of the picture.
Not aliens.
No, someone built them. Someone else who did it. The person that built them might be dead, but someone else knows who fucking did it.
Here's let me. I'll save this for later. I'll save this for after the next set. I got some good news for you.
Really? Are you kidding me?
Huh?
Are you joking?
No, I'm not. I'm serious.
I'm kidding. All right.
Yeah. Anyway, this song is for all y'all.
All y'all.
All y'all. And you're here. You're watching the show.
All us all.
This is the Freaker's Ball. Yeah.
It's the Freaker's Ball.
It's the Freaker's Ball, y'all. And this song is about me and Moose and you and everybody else there in the chat, those people over on Freakdom's Network and wherever we may be, because you're all pretty much a freak like me. Oh, yeah. Now, Sister Sin there with 24/7. Before that, we had Aerosmith's Dream On from Woodstock 94, back there in August of 94. Kicking it off with tribute to y'all. Hailstorm and Freak Like Me. But now, on the phone here, we've got with us live Mr. Vincent Easley.
Hey, Grimnir.
Hey, Vince, how you doing?
Doing good. Been out all week. I'm echoing. Let me take this off the speaker. Okay. Well, I've been out. Oh, man, this is terrible. An echo in my ear. I'll just talk in here and take this away from my ear so I don't distract myself trying to listen to me. But anyways, hey, y'all, I see Goober said there's competing theories of what happened to me this week. I thought that was kind of funny. But anyways,
David, can you hear me?
Otherwise, looking at this that happened there, what things have, the timelines have changed all along. We get this maintenance guy added in. Campos was shot before, supposedly at 9:59 before shooting.
You gotta get the phone closer to your mouth, and maybe you have to take it away from your ear, but get it closer to your mouth.
Okay, let me see. Let me try. Is that better?
Yeah.
I think it's a conspiracy.
Well, let me check my settings here because I'm on a new computer here, so I just got to let me make sure that. Let me try and change this here to this here and see how that works. See, okay, talk now.
Okay, how about that?
Is it still echoing?
Nope, not echoing now. Let me try this on speaker. That way I can hear you if you talk to me.
All right.
Yeah. All right, how's that?
That's great.
Oh, perfect. Good. Awesome. So, well, I'll back up, I guess, before going on to that. So I did go down the Friday the 13th, of course.
Well, you keep fading away there, man. Where are you going?
Well, I don't know. I'm still right here. How's that?
No, now it sounds like you walked away from the phone or something.
Wow, that counts. Well, I'll try to talk real loud. And so I went down to the Mandalay Bay on the 13th, and I called in there. Now, after I called in, I went and I walked around and looked at some things. And as I was leaving, I noticed on the Tropicana that the window's open because I saw a window shade that had been torn down in a quarter. I think that was probably somebody watching out as people were fleeing after they heard about it. But the South Tower...
Yeah, get closer to your phone, man.
I'm right in front of it.
All right.
I mean, right in front of my mouth.
All right, I don't know what happened, but... All right, keep talking.
All right. Can everybody hear it or not?
I don't know.
All right, check. I can't see chat, so... well, the South Tower also has the windows that open. Now, it's just out of range from what this health ranger on his analyzing the audio. It's outside of his range for that to have been within one of the shooters. But to be there, that would be within range is those two big pillars that are just south of the where the event happened. Now, if let me skip ahead then, and I'll make this short, so I'm not sure if it's coming through. But the big thing right now is with this maintenance guy, Shook, and with Campos. So supposedly he shot at 9:59, shot Campos, and then started firing out the window some few minutes later. But then when the maintenance man arrives, then he's shooting down the hallway again. So this goes right outside of what their narrative is right now. It obviously appears that there's more than one shooter shooting at the same time. The FBI, their statement was that, listen, you got to trust us here. So it looks like they've got the sheriff by the neck, and he's been speaking for them. It looks like they're in charge. And for those that say that there's not couldn't be conspiracy, then I think there's plenty of examples. And to kill 60 people is nothing to the millions that have been killed for the military-industrial complex. So that's my observation of what's going on here in Las Vegas.
Yeah, it's all hosed up.
Okay.
What?
Hi. That's it.
Okay. Thanks, man.
No, nothing came through. I just cut it short.
Yeah, all right. We'll try and get it in
All right,
post.
yeah, it sucks that Vinny has a cell phone because the reception isn't great sometimes, and then I think he needs to adjust his settings on his phone, like turn the microphone up before he even calls, and also turn the speaker up on his phone. That might help because, I mean, my speakers had to be maxed out and the volume had to be maxed out on my player in order to hear him.
Yeah, well, I'll try and adjust it in post, but
right.
yeah,
it sucks. I mean, it's not his fault. It's just.
So you could probably hear. You'll probably wind up being able to hear it on the podcast.
It's
but
so hard because he's calling into Grim and then we're broadcasting it out. So we're kind of like broadcasting secondly, and it's not like a crisp sound because, you know what I mean? It's,
yeah, no, I know.
He's calling in and then we're broadcasting it, so it's not going to sound great anyway.
No, it sounded horrible.
No, it did because it sucks when someone's talking but you can't hear them.
It
you
does.
know, that's the worst thing. Yeah.
I know.
Because we want to hear what he says. It's
I
like,
know he's got some good information there, and
right. And we want to hear it. It's just I wish he could be louder. I mean, he needs. I think if he adjusts his settings on his phone, and if he wasn't outside when he called, I think he needs to be indoors when he calls us because I always hear so much distraction going on, like behind him, which doesn't help. You know what I mean? You got to be at least inside where there's not like traffic going by and everything. Unless you're doing a live report, you should be like inside where the echoing and the outside sounds aren't going to be as distracting. You know what I mean?
And I have no idea where it is calling from.
Right, I don't either. I have no idea. But
whatever, but
he has to do, maybe if you're inside, the cell phone reception isn't as good. You have to be, it's just like a kazoo. You can't, it's harder when you're dealing with cell phones. I mean,
exactly.
Yeah, the signal has to be strong, and the freaking phone has to be good. And, yeah.
But don't worry about it. Well, like I said, I'll fix it in post, and you'll be able to hear it on the podcast. So.
I mean, I wish we had a laptop so he could at least do the Racket 2 thing. And then I'd be able to hear him. I mean, I think we should try to chip in the Vinny a laptop. I seriously do.
I think he's got one. I'm pretty sure he's got one.
Well, then he should use that instead of the phone. He should call in with that.
Yeah.
Instead of, because then we'd actually be able to, it would be like you and I,
Right, yeah, or Skype. I could do Skype too, whatever.
Right. If we have to do Skype, that's fine too.
Yeah.
I mean, he doesn't do the Racket too, but yeah, I think we should try to set that up because it would work better if he's actually, we can hear him,
Right, yeah, that'd be great if you could do it on your phone.
I think we should do that. Let's see if he's got a laptop,
I think he might have had a problem with his laptop on the Skype. I'm not sure.
Right.
Anyway,
we'll try it and see.
Well, we could use Discord. He could use Discord.
Right.
So, and that's another option. We could all switch to Discord.
Right.
But
right.
Anyway, yeah. So I told you I had some good news for you.
Yes.
And you didn't believe me.
No, I didn't.
Wisconsin Senate Committee unanimously approves hemp farming in the state. Did you hear about it?
I saw that. I've been watching that. I've been like, okay. I saw it in the news. I'm like, I'll believe it when I see it. And I've been kind of watching a little bit, the headlines, and they just went through the legislation or whatever, and I haven't.
Yep, here it is. Here it is. The Senate Committee on Agriculture, Small Business, and Tourism has overwhelmingly approved a bill that would allow Wisconsin farmers to grow hemp. The bill would set up state. Well, here's the problem, though. The bill would set up state licenses for farmers looking to grow industrial hemp.
State licenses. Ooh, nasty words.
People with drug convictions wouldn't be eligible for the license.
Yeah. My God.
Now, I don't know. I don't know what they're thinking. It's hemp. It's not a drug.
Right. You can't smoke it and get high. You can smoke hemp all day long. You won't get high.
but apparently that's the way they look at it. So
because they're idiots.
So if you have a drug conviction, whatever that may be, you would not be eligible for the license. And
See, this is why government's a dick. This is why they're a dick, because they can be. They do it just because they can be a dick. You know what I mean?
But Benoit says Wisco front runners, but not so much. At least 30 states.
We are the front runner in cranberry production, now, I'll have you know.
At least 30 states, including Minnesota, Michigan, and Illinois, have passed legislation allowing hemp farms. So
Minnesota, did you say?
Yeah. So you're not first, you're 31st. The Wisconsin,
I'm going to move back to Minnesota.
The Wisconsin bill supporters say hemp has a wide range of uses. Well, no shit, Dick Tracy.
No, don't.
And Wisconsin farmers should have an option of growing a profitable crop. You think?
Do you ever fucking think?
The bill still has to get through the state's right-wing legislature, which has continually rejected hemp as a crop because they don't.
It's ridiculous. I've been saying that since we've been doing this show. I've been promoting hemp production and been saying it even before we did this show. I was saying it on our other show. I was like, hemp will save the fucking planet. I've actually said that, and I actually truly do believe that.
Yeah, because apparently the right-wing legislature hates people making money. What other reason would there be? Fuck paper. Well, hemp is a great source for paper.
They don't want people to make their own money off of it, see? They want the government needs to be involved. The corporations, like the Koch brothers or whatever, the Koch brothers, whatever the fuck they are. You know, it's like, no. They don't want people to get rich on their own. See, this is how they keep you all down, keep us all slaves. They don't let you get big and start your own business. You gotta jump through fucking hoops to run a business. You gotta pay all these taxes. You gotta fucking do it on time. You gotta fucking be profitable. It's fucking. You gotta jump through so many hoops to have your own fucking business. It's not even funny.
Apparently, anyway, hemp for victory was once a rallying cry throughout the United States.
During World War II.
Back when Wisconsin dominated the hemp industry.
Right, because we grew it for the war. See, it's okay to grow up for the government when the government needs it for their military, but fuck you if you want to try to grow up for your own fucking profit. No, you can only grow up for the government. You're not allowed to grow up for your own personal fucking gain.
See ya, Vinny. Have a good weekend.
Fuck you. If I can grow up for you, then I can grow up for myself too, bitch. You know? It's like, fuck off. Who the fuck are you to tell me what I can and cannot grow, by the way?
That's right. Anyway,
you know,
apparently the market.
Like, fuck off, government. Oh.
The market for the 12-foot tall plants was strong a century, and reached its height during World War II when Wisconsin led the nation in producing hemp for rope and twine. Growers in Fond du Lac, Green Lake, Dodge, Racine.
Hemp for victory. Victory for what? U.S. military. USA. Hurrah.
And a mill owner in Waupun held the title of America's Hemp King.
Now they got a jail there. That's where they're like some of the worst offenders that are in Waupun now. They got a huge jail there.
Anyway,
Prison.
so it's good news in a way, sort of. Yeah, you know.
Well, it is if they actually like don't regulate the fuck out of it. Well, you gotta pay for this thing and you gotta pay for that thing. You gotta pay a special tax now because this is a unique crop. It's like no, they do these things. This is what they do.
This is what they
do.
do.
They don't just let you grow this shit and be good with it. You know what I mean? No, you gotta fucking. Oh, we're gonna come out and inspect your crops. You know, they gotta. Once the government's involved, you have to deal with inspections and taxes and fees and licenses, and it's like, you know what? Fuck you. I'm a fucking farmer. I'm gonna grow a fucking crop. Leave me the fuck alone. You know?
Yeah.
Fuck off, government. Fuck you.
Well, here's an article.
You want your hands in my fucking pocket. Why do you have a right to have your hand in my pocket when I'm the one doing all the work? I'm paying you property tax even though I've paid off the mortgage on this place.
Right.
Why am I still paying you property tax? I own this place outright, supposedly. Apparently I don't because I still have to pay property tax.
Right, nobody does.
Fuck you, government. Fuck you.
Absolutely. Anyway, here's an article I figure you'd be interested in because, well, you're interested in a topic. So,
yes.
And apparently it's maybe going to happen.
Is this going to piss me off more, Graham?
Probably.
I'm sure it will.
Experts. Release of JFK assassination files could cause civil unrest.
And which it should. It very well should cause civil unrest.
Because experts have warned that the imminent release of never-before-seen government documents about the JFK assassination could cause civil unrest across America. The National Archives have said. The National Archives have said they will release top-secret government documents relating to JFK's assassination within the next 2 weeks. Meanwhile, the CIA have urged the White House to block the release on the grounds of national security. Newsmax reports that more than 3,000 never-before-seen documents from the FBI, CIA, and Justice Department are set to be released, along with 30,000 that have only been partially released in the past.
Right.
The document dump will simply fuel a new generation of conspiracy theories. A new generation of conspiracy theories.
Thank you. Bring it fucking on.
Tinfoil hatters. Congress, however, mandated in 1992, a mere 25 years ago, that all assassination documents be released within 25 years.
Right. So what took them so long?
Well, they had 25 years. They were not going to do it early.
Oh,
anyway,
right, of course not. No.
I mean, it's 25 years later from that date, and it's
that's what I'm saying.
It's 54 years since the actual assassination.
Why did it take them so long?
Unless President Trump says that doing so would harm foreign relations, law enforcement, intelligence, or military operations. Yeah, so, yeah.
They're not releasing it. It's just a teaser. It's just a thing to fucking stir people up and get people talking about the assassination again and blah, blah, blah.
Yeah.
They're really not going to release that to the public. That's a fucking bullshit article.
And like I said, even if they do, they're not going to release the real shit.
Yeah, right. That's what I'm saying. They're not going to release that shit. Fuck that. They're not going to fucking do that.
Yeah. So
they might, but like you said, I think that's a bullshit article. I think that's just like a fear tactic article.
You high-paying bastard.
Yep. But anyway, the Okanagan Valley, you're talking about it in chat, is north. It's north of Washington. It's in British Columbia, and it's freaking beautiful. It's like paradise, basically. Yeah, you probably... Here in Columbia, British Columbia.
Pox, you probably have a script or something that prevents CTCP requests.
It's been a long time since I've been to British Columbia.
Yeah, me too.
Like 20 years?
Well, much longer for me. I was like
30 years.
I was 17 when I went there, and so that's like 40 years ago.
Yep. So anyway, the Okanagan Valley... That's where I might go. I might go to Canada. I don't have any DWIs here, so I might be able to get into Canada. I could just walk across somewhere, like in North Dakota or Montana. Something like that.
Well, that's a long way from where you want to be.
Once I'm in Canada, I'm good. Like, once I've crossed that imaginary line, I'm fucking good as gold.
Yeah.
I'm good as gold right there. Once I step across that imaginary fucking line, I'm good.
Oh, absolutely.
I'm in Canada. So, quote unquote, in Canada. Hey, I am Moosegurl. I can handle, I've been to Canada before. I've been to Canada many times. I mean, I'm good with Canada. I love Canada.
Right.
So I'm all good with it. I'd be fine with being a Canuck. I'm fine going to Kazakhstan. I have no problem going there. I just think I might go there.
Okay, I'm gonna. Oh, that'd be cool. I hope you do go. I mean, that'd be great.
I mean, it's just an idea. It's not like written in stone or anything.
Yeah. This next story, I'm not going to cover the story. I'm going to give you the headline and just a little bit of it, but then I'm going to go to a music set, and you guys can talk about it in the chat to your heart's desire.
Cool.
It's a big story. It's the biggest story of the week. And nobody's talking about it. Well, no. Alternative media is talking about it.
All right.
But none. You're not gonna hear about it on television or any of the corporate radio stations or in the newspapers. No, they are not going to talk about this whatsoever. Here it is. Obama's Department of Justice blocked FBI agent blowing whistle on uranium-1 bribes from Russia. So it says here, the FBI agent was blocked from blowing the whistle on Obama administration for accepting bribes from Russia in exchange for approving the controversial uranium-1 deal. Now that's all I'm going to give you on it, because I know that most people here have talked or read about it and heard about it, but if you haven't, I suggest you read this. And as Hal pointed out quite correctly on Twitter over the week, that it's far bigger than this. It wasn't just this one deal. It wasn't just uranium-1. Oh, fuck, man. They did all kinds of shit. So,
hell yeah.
Anyway.
No, that's how they do. It's all behind closed doors. You have no idea what's going on. Pay no attention to the man behind the curtain.
Oh, it's a huge thing, and
we're in the land of Oz now.
It's a huge thing. It's going nowhere.
Yes.
I mean, it's like you think about the Pizzagate thing. I mean, that was a monster story, a monster story.
Tied into Hollywood.
But you know what? You know what happened from the Pizzagate story?
What?
They created the term fake news.
Right.
Well,
Which is a good thing.
No, it's not a good thing because because they use that term to dismiss the whole Pizzagate situation.
Gotcha.
I see
it. It's typical of how they operate.
Fucking right, man. Absolutely. Anyway.
The Harvey Weinstein thing came out, and Hollywood's in bed with government.
Oh,
so
seriously.
Now, and this is why I'm fired up, people, about the whole gender equality thing. It's because if you guys think you can fucking cat-tell women and fucking talk about women's anatomy and objectify women and
boobies!
It's okay, that's because it's been ingrained into your brain, and it's been told that it's okay to do that to a woman. But it's not okay to do that. It's not okay to do that to a man.
We're okay if you do that to us.
Well, no, you wouldn't be. Trust me, you would not be. After a while, you would not be. If women were the same way that guys were, you guys would not fucking like it. Trust me. If the tables were fucking turned, you would not fucking like it at all.
I don't know.
Because
I'm
complimenting hot women. You're putting down women that you think are disgusting or ugly or fat. For some reason, you don't like them. See, this is the flip side of the coin, where some of them, they only catcall the good-looking women. Well, then when some woman that's not as attractive walks by, they put her down. See, this is where I got a fucking problem.
Wow.
That's bullshit.
I mean, it's like...
Oh, come on now.
It's like you got a plate of goulash or a big old steak. You want one of the...
Besides that, you're judging people based on their looks alone. Which is totally shallow and totally ridiculous.
Well, it is, absolutely, but
it's fucking...
It's human...
You're basing people on looks, and that's what they want you to base your opinion of people on.
All right. Anyway, go in there. I'm gonna play some music here. Go in there and read that.
It's ridiculous, Graham.
It is ridiculous. I'm not disagreeing. I am not disagreeing with you on that. But go in there, read that article on the whole uranium one thing.
Yes.
And listen to this great music.
Okay.
The Dead South. Wow. Stan Freeberg there, his version of the Banana Boat song, Day-O.
Oldie.
Yeah, definitely an oldie.
Very much so.
That was a Puxified request there. Anyway,
very good song. I love that song.
Before that, brand new, just out today from Cobra in the Lotus. I haven't heard any new music from them for a while. With Prevail. I can't wait to see a live video of that song. That's a great rock anthem there by them. And we kicked it off with the Dead South doing The House of the Rising Sun.
Yes, I love that version. I just had to request that. I'm like, this is fucking killer. That was my take on it. I'm a bluegrass girl, so... And there's been rumblings that Dead South will be at Blue Ox. Just a rumor at this point. But that would be amazing, Grim.
Yeah.
That would be amazing. I would be so fucking stoked. Oh my god, I would be so fucking stoked. Anyway, yeah.
Yeah.
I'm a fan of the Dead South. They're making it huge. They're getting big.
Well, I noticed the first time we played that song on here by them. I
wasn't too a fan of it.
But when you're in hell, you'll be in good company.
I like that song.
Yeah, I like that song too. But the first time we played it on here, the first song I've heard by them, it had like a few thousand hits on it, and that was it.
Right.
You know how many's on that song now?
No, how many?
30 million.
Holy crap! And that wasn't too long ago. That was like a year ago, maybe.
Yeah, it wasn't that long. It was like, holy shit, man. So.
Wow, like I said, they're getting big. Dude.
Apparently so. That's.
When I first saw them, I'm like, they're fucking good. I'm Like, and then I watched a couple other videos on YouTube. I'm like, oh yeah.
Oh, yeah, they're a good band, you know. So.
Yeah, they're the shit. They are the shit, no doubt.
That fucking.
In my opinion, my humble opinion. I only like awesome bands. It's the only bands I like are awesome bands. So.
Yeah.
But anyway, where were we?
Where were we? I don't know, but I have more stories.
Okay. Why don't you start with a story and we'll go from there.
All right.
I mean, I could start on a rant again, but it's like it's hard to start like out of the blue, like on a rant. Like, I mean, you can throw a subject at me and I can start ranting.
Okay. Here's a great one for you.
He's laughing.
Well,
I like that.
Well, I am because because you read.
He makes me start laughing.
You read what they say, and you wonder, where are these people coming from?
You can't make this up, right?
With this shit, because here's the headline. CIA. What's going on? These things are moving around on me here.
Weird.
Yeah. Well, no, because it was a request came in, so it messed with me.
Oh, okay. What
the hell? This is not what I asked for.
Oops.
I must have clicked on the wrong spot. Anyway, there we go. Jeez. All right. CIA working to take down WikiLeaks threat.
Really?
Agency chief says. And then it goes on. It says, the head of the CIA lumped WikiLeaks with Al-Qaeda and the Islamic State and said his agency is working towards reducing the enormous threat posed by each of them. Really? Who's the threat? It's not them. First off, Al-Qaeda, fake, Islamic State, U.S. and Israel. WikiLeaks, a truth teller, truth information. Who's the enormous threat here? It's the fucking CIA. CIA is the threat. So, I guess all's fair, right? WikiLeaks trying to take down the CIA. Anyway, CIA trying to take down WikiLeaks. Anyway, CIA Director Mike Pompeo placed the anti-secrecy, truth. That means truth, right? Anti-secrecy website in the same category as
in their world, who knows?
As in the same category as a terrorist organization. Which, if you look up the word terrorist, you're going to find the very definition of the CIA in there.
Yeah, I know shit.
Anyway, so they listed WikiLeaks as a terrorist organization while speaking Thursday at the Foundation for Defense of Democracy's National Security Summit. The what now?
Quote-unquote National Security Summit.
Defense of Democracies. Holy fuck. Anyway, he says, I talked about these non-state actors. It's not just WikiLeaks. Indeed, I may have overemphasized them. They are an enormous threat. We are working to take down that threat to the United States. It's not a threat to the United States. You're a threat to the United States.
Right.
As well as to reduce the threat from all of it. He says, but Hezbollah, the Islamic State, Al-Qaeda, or ISIS, I guess you could say it's there, is us, the Al-Qaedas, none of them sit at the UN. Well, of course not. The UN wouldn't be there telling the truth. So these are all non-state actors. Which is a good thing.
They don't know what the fuck truth is. That's the problem. They don't work in that mode of operation. They do not work in truth ever.
Each of which has not only a cyber capacity, phraseology, but they look and feel like a very good intelligence organization.
Look and feel, but they're not.
Because they are, and you're not. You're the liars.
No, I am not, motherfucker.
All the
the government.
All the tradecraft you read about from the excellent work that the agency's done the excellent work that the CIA's done, he says.
Excellent. Quote unquote excellent.
He's there stroking himself like a big boy.
Yeah.
And that our state competitors have done for decades and decades. You're now seeing it being adopted. No, they're doing it much different than you assholes ever did. They're getting real information. You just make shit up.
Right.
Mr. Pompeo continued, they run assets. They run counterintelligence programs.
Yep.
They lure dangles. What the fuck's a dangle? And how do you lure a dangle?
Giant obelisk right in their face.
Well, you can't lure a dangle. Anyway.
A little miniature statue version of the obelisk, the Washington Monument.
and there we go. All serious news organizations develop and protect sources with the intent of publishing what they find, Mr. Assange told the Washington Times. To suggest that the media organizations are intelligence agencies is as absurd as suggesting the CIA employees are journalists. This ridiculous claim has a transparently insidious purpose: to gain the legal authority to treat journalists and publishers as terrorists simply for doing their job of holding the CIA to account.
Really? That will never fucking happen.
No, it won't.
Fucking, are you kidding me? Come on. That's another fucking bogus fucking story right there. Like, why even fucking report on that? It's stupid.
Well, just because
I get it, but
you gotta take these assholes and take their words apart, take their
I get that. I do that all the time.
Tear their
I know, you have to.
terminology down. Now here's another one that'll get you good.
Great. That's what I need, Graham.
Well, it won't affect you or me because we don't fly. We don't go on the airplanes. But anyway, here's why the FAA wants to ban laptops and luggage. This is according to the Daily Dot. Now,
right.
The FAA is proposing a global ban on laptops and other large electronics in checked bags. The reason: there's a serious risk for catastrophic fire if the lithium-ion batteries inside overheat. Now, correct me if I'm wrong, but it was sometime around the mid-90s that laptops started rolling out, and
right.
And they've been flying on airplanes for the last
exactly.
20-odd years. Right, the FAA thinks they're global. They can impose something globally. Anyway, so anyway, these laptops have been flying around in airplanes for 20-odd years.
Shit.
And has ever one caused any catastrophic fires?
No.
Ever one? Not one. In all of those millions of
in a home. Like
millions.
In a home, someone left it on a spot and it got too hot and it started a fire.
Well, let me tell you why
they. Not a plane that I know of. I mean.
Let me tell you why they really wanted.
You can't run them things when you're on a plane, right?
Oh, you can after you take off.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
But whatever. But most people put them, carry them in their carry-ons and don't put them in.
Even if it's just your carry-on, it's a fire.
No. If it's in your carry-on, they're fine with it. If it's in your checked luggage, that's where they have a problem. And let me tell you why.
Oh shit. What is it?
When you take your laptop through the security line there, which your checked baggages don't go through,
right?
They go through your laptop.
Fuck yeah, they do.
They go through your laptop. They record.
Yes, they do it right there.
That's it. That's the reason. Is because they want to be able to tie you to that laptop, tie that laptop to you, and they want to go through there. And so that's the absolute only reason that this is suddenly becoming a thing right now. And if you could blow up a lithium-ion battery within the cabin of the airplane really easily, much easier than you could if it was in the luggage compartment. So I mean, if that's their deal there. Anyway, it says FAA published a paper last month aggregating its findings. Apparently, an explosion can occur if a laptop's recharged lithium-ion battery overheats near an aerosol spray can. What?
No, not Winchester, Windsor.
What? It says, while this sounds like an unusual scenario, imagine a laptop packed in the same bag as a can of hairspray, for example. It's possible. Believe us.
Oh my God.
If this happened, it says if this happened, it could disable the airline's fire suppression system. What? What?
What? No, it's bogus. That's bogus shit.
The laptop is packed inside.
What?
The laptop is packed inside of a suitcase, deep buried in a bunch of other bags within the luggage compartment. And if a fire starts, the whole purpose of the fire suppression system is to put the fire out. But no, this is going to suddenly, amazingly, magically disable the airliner's fire suppression system. The fire could then rage, unbeknownst to the crew, potentially resulting in the loss of the aircraft. Oh, my God.
Oh, really? They got to go that far?
That's
like a Hollywood movie script, actually.
But this is what they're trying to sell to people.
I don't think they copied that from a Hollywood movie script, and they're passing on as news. They want you to be concerned. They want to put fear in your mind. They better ban laptops so they can start fires on airplanes.
Oh, yeah, anywhere, yeah. Your kid carries one in his backpack on the way to school. Man, you're gonna have kids blowing up walking down the road.
Right? Yep. They want you to be all hyped up about all this.
So why do I report on this? Because for that very reason. You have to take their shit and tear it apart.
Exactly.
Because oh my God.
That's part of the reason we do this show, is to, like, debunk their shit, basically. I mean, it's like, come on, are you fucking kidding me?
This story's a great one, too.
It's Friday night. Everyone wants to relax. It's a weekend. You know, most people have off. Some don't. But it's like, you know what? This is my time. This is my day off. I mean, tomorrow I don't have to get up early.
Good one, Ante.
So, you know, I mean, it's like, you know, this is my time to fucking relax. And most people that listen to the show get where I'm coming from.
Absolutely.
I mean, like, most people that I talk to out there, they're like, what? Huh? How are the Packers going to do?
Yeah.
What's the weather going to be like? It's like, excuse me, there's way more fucking important shit going on than that.
What's the news on the Kardashians?
Yeah, you know, it's like, come on.
Are they still a thing? Anyway.
Yeah, I don't know, dude. I fucking don't want to know.
Okay, here. Vegas. Mandalay Bay will not ever again rent out the Vegas Shooter's suite following the massacre.
Really?
So it says here, the Mandalay Bay suite, which killer. I don't think they really proved that. Stephen Paddock used to carry out the Las Vegas massacre. Huh. Look at all those lies in one sentence. Or just made up shit, won't be rented out ever again, the report says. MGM Resorts International, which owns and operates the resort and casino, announced they have no plans. Wait, this says they have no plans. This doesn't say it'll never be rented again. Your title says it'll never be rented again. Anyway, in a statement, the company said, this was a terrible tragedy perpetrated by an evil man. Uh-huh. Now, I guarantee you, some rich fuck comes out there and says, hey, I want to rent that room that this Paddock guy was in. They're going to rent it to him. I have no doubt in my mind that they're going to rent it. Oh, what the hell did I do?
Yes, they would rent it to the highest bidder.
Yeah, absolutely. They're definitely going to.
Roller.
They're definitely going to let people in there and rent that room.
You know they will.
It'll
be like just in the club, though. A speaker within the club of people. You know, it won't be public knowledge.
Oh, right. Yeah, no. That'll definitely be on the down low there.
No, that's how they work, people. You trust them? I laugh when people say, "I trust the government." Oh, really? I try to walk away at that point.
Yeah.
I start to walk away or just myself or just say, "Oh, what is supposed to be good this weekend?" Change the subject, it's like you're cool. You don't know. You would not have any idea what I'm fucking talking about, so fuck it. I'm not even gonna try.
Right.
That's how it is out there.
I know. Anyway, so I found that.
So what? 8 years? 10 years? I don't know.
I just found that humorous. All these things that they talk about are.
I know, it's ridiculous. It's under control.
California fires? You know about the California fires?
Yeah, I heard about them. I know. Yeah, people lost. Many homes were destroyed in that fire, and people lost everything in that fire. Even Charles Schultz, the creator of Peanuts comics, his widow lived out in California in their home with all his archived stuff. The house burnt to the ground. All that shit's gone.
Well, apparently.
That poor lady.
Well, maybe not apparently, but according to this article, author-researcher Elena Freeland joins Anthony Patch and Kevin Baker to discuss the recent California fires, which devastated Northern California. 17 blazes moved through Napa, Sonoma, and other Northern California counties, which erupted in a 24-hour period. Santa Rosa was devastated by these fires, and more recently, Santa Cruz, California, has had 5 years of sustained drought created by weather engineering programs. They discussed the fact that scalar wave directed energy weaponry appears to have been employed, igniting the fires in Santa Rosa and elsewhere in California.
I believe this. Yep.
Directed scalar energy weaponry.
Yep. We talked about this, Grim.
I know.
6 months ago or 8 months ago, we talked about this. You had an article, I remember exactly, because I asked you, what does that mean? And you told us, and we talked about this. I don't know how long ago it was, but we did talk about this.
Okay.
And lo and behold, here we go.
Okay. Buildings were disintegrating, cars were melting, standing directly alongside the destruction stood unscathed rows of greenery.
And trees.
Greenery, yeah.
Trees survived the fire. Trees are made of wood.
Unscathed rows of greenery. They were not even burnt. They didn't even show any signs of fire had been there.
Trees survived this fire. You've seen pictures of forest fires, like actual forest fires. Everything's gone.
But before you get too into this woman, let me continue. Elena suggests that Santa Rosa and Santa Cruz were subject to targeting by the satanic elites who thrive on their occultism and their in-your-face displays of perverse targeting.
Yes.
What was the elite satanic bohemian grove left untouched from the flames?
Yes, it was. Yes, it fucking was.
Anyway, there's the video here of the Anthony Patch show, which this is where they did all their discussion on that. So you can check it out for yourself.
Tomorrow, you'll know why.
Yeah.
Because I talked about this.
Anyway, let's play our last set here, and we'll come back after this and. We'll come back after this and tell you about what's coming on over the weekend and all that happy stuff. So you all enjoy this first one. I believe a Slim Jim Slim request.
Ooh.
Great band, NoFX.
All right.
It's called Stickin' in My Eye.
Hear that.
Oh, yeah. Oh, Betty Page. Yes, indeed. Black Betty there by Ram Jam. Before that, a console request. Judge Dredd, Thomas Dolby, she blinded me with science. The track before that, you probably don't know anything about these guys or what that was about, but that was a band called Sparzanza. Announcing the End is the name of the tune, but it's a tribute, apparently, to the Blade Runner 2049 movie, the new movie that just came out, Blade Runner 2049. And we kicked it off there with the Slim Jim Flim request of NoFX and Stickin' in My Eye. And tomorrow we got the Dark Table at noon Eastern with Flash. Yeah, Flash and Grammy. And then that's it for tomorrow, and then I'll be on Sunday morning. Well, maybe you got some JJs in the afternoon, but we can never be sure. Anyway, then you got on Sunday at noon, we'll be myself playing some blues here, playing some trivia in the chat, have a good old time. Followed up by Hal Anthony behind the woodshed, open up big old can of whoop ass. And then at 7 p.m. Eastern will be Gary L. and Gigi's Boo on the road less traveled.
So have a kick-ass weekend, everyone.
Absolutely. We'll be back next Friday for the Halloween Freakers Ball. Get them Halloween requests in. Yep. Freaky deaky. Talk to y'all later. Peace.